Is it a helicopter? Is it a plane? It's a sleek, cone-shaped cross between the two, with a curved hull, 2 small wings, and 8 spinning rotors lined up across its nose and tail. It's a flying car. And it's about to change the way transportation happens in our future world. For more than a decade now, engineers have been working on developing this new breed of aircraft, electric vehicles that can take off and land without a runway. They're much cheaper than helicopters, yet they provide the perfect means to speed above crowded streets. One day, it could become the tool that would free the world from traffic. Although it's still a long way from reality, the idea is gathering steam. Dozens of companies are now building these flying cars with pre-orders of up to $6 billion. Their prototypes are still kept secret from the rest of the world. Few people have ever seen them. Even less have flown in one of them. Yet, they're there. But only for those who can afford them. By that, I mean the rich. And not just the rich, the ultra-rich. Meanwhile, larger ones are waiting to be built to become the taxis of the skies by 2024. Some are even being designed to fly without a pilot. They're being developed as the self-driving cars of the future, just like the ones we saw in the 1997 sci-fi movie The Fifth Element. In it, Corbin Dallas, played by Bruce Willis, performs as a cab driver, who's trying to secure 4 mystical stones and a mysterious fifth element that alone can defeat a cosmic evil force during an apocalyptic war. These flying cars will enter our daily lives soon. And there's an enormous hype around them. They could be zipping around our cities any time now. Investors and transportation companies are dumping billions of dollars into them, especially those who want to create the future Ubers of the skies. Watch this video to find out how sci-fi magically turns into reality. This is the El Dorado, where science and mystery meet to defy logic, unlock the unknowable, and fathom the impossible. Watch it, like it and subscribe to it. Daily content will come your way, once you press that bell-shaped button, fully charged with mystical ideas and supernatural thoughts. So stay tuned for more. Here's the El Dorado.
I remember in 1968, when I was 6 years old, watching the musical movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which centered around a widowed father, Caractacus Potts, and his kids, plus his wacky inventions, including the flying car. That was the first time I saw one flying. Then came the Back to the Future trilogy in 1985, in which Marty McFly gets transported back in time in a futuristic flying car when one of Doc Brown's experiments goes awry. And the list goes on and on with films like Blade Runner, Total Recall, and Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. They all had in them cars that could fly. Today, there's a multi-billion-dollar industry to reinvent our daily transportation with cars that can fly for about 25 miles without recharging. Just like driving a Tesla through the sky. Costing around $150,000 at the moment, its inventors say one day it'll be cheaper than an SUV. Pessimists, however, predict that it will be years, even decades, before regulators would allow anyone to fly such vehicles over cities. That's a lot of crap. What do they know? Today, some cities are making early preparations, secretly. And one company has 2024 in its sights. However, experts believe that commercial flying cars may not reach the market for several years. Even then, they will look and operate like helicopters, with pilots flying people from landing pad to landing pad for a fee. They will be greener than helicopters and require less maintenance. They will be quieter. And they may eventually be cheaper. But those won't be our dream flying cars. Experts believe that one day will come when these cars will fly on their own. They will look futuristic. And they will transform the way we commute, the way we work, and the way we live. The original Blade Runner film took place in an imagined Los Angeles of 2019, a futuristic city where acid rain fell from skies crowded with skimmers, flying cars that zipped along aerial highways. Since the film's 1982 debut, technology has advanced in ways that Hollywood might never have predicted: selfie sticks, murder drones, #politics, yet hovercraft taxis still seem a far-off fantasy, reserved for science fiction novels and theme park rides. Yet, flying cars are real. The flying cars shown in Blade Runner may still seem like a futuristic fantasy, but they aren't. Present flying cars may not look exactly like Blade Runner's imaginings, but they aren't all that far off. Far smaller than a commercial plane, most are designed with rotors instead of wings, which allow for vertical takeoff and landing. Tilt rotors allow for efficiency in forward flight at longer distances, while multi-rotors are designed to reduce noise in hover flight. Regardless of their level of innovation, they usher the beginning of a revolution in the flying cars industry. Today, dozens of startup companies are competing to develop commercial jetpacks, flying motorbikes, and personal air taxis. Venture capitalists, auto and aviation corporations, even rideshare company Uber, with its ambitious Uber Elevate, are staking claims on the burgeoning industry, which may be worth as much as $1.5 trillion by 2040, according to the BBC. Hopefully, they will not simply be a toy for the wealthy. Increasing numbers of flying cars will naturally give rise to a changing layout in the way our cities are structured as cities grow taller, rooftop landings expand, and air highways connect super skyscrapers, freeing up space below. Fewer cars on the ground will reduce congestion and may give rise to parks and green spaces. In the long run, 2045 and onward, businesses and green spaces will become much more integrated. As soon as 2030, consumers might be able to press a button and order an air taxi straight to their cloud-tethered office. In the decades that follow, we may ultimately have fewer and fewer reasons to descend to the earth below, conducting our business and our lives atop a city in the sky. Simply put, 1 mile of road can only take you 1 mile. 1 mile of aviation can take you anywhere. Recent advances in lithium-ion batteries have opened the door to flying car development. At least 20 companies are currently working on novel designs, including both major aerospace firms such as Boeing and Airbus, as well as smaller startups. A Morgan Stanley analysis estimates that the global market for on-demand, short-distance urban air travel could top $850 billion by 2040. But if flying cars only provided the occasional trip to a few centimillionaires or billionaires, the effect on society would be negligible. The technology would be just another toy in the stable along with exotic cars and megayachts. Yet, if the technology becomes more ubiquitous, the effect will become substantially more promising. So will flying cars ever take off? I'm not sure I have the answer to that. But as far back as 1940, Henry Ford wrote, "Mark my word, a combination airplane and motorcar is coming. You may smile, but it will come." I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Subscribe for more.